Well, hopefully it will recover. Oh, I'm still on. Why am I dropping frames? I'm gonna pause this. Oh, I know why. Maybe? Yep. Right. Now it will stop dropping frames. Yeah! Sick. Okay. We're back. Let's refresh, and it's gonna say the stream quality is amazing. Go away. Yeah, it's happy with me, I think. Oh. I think it's fine. Emily, if you can hear me, can you tune into the stream? I'm gonna link it to you. Right, that's paused. Why is that open? Oh, I know why that's open. Network's at 10%. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Take me home,
Matt Guy will be 2 minutes late. Emily asks, where's the stream? Emily, can you hear me?
Take me home, my friend.
The stream is in the, go into YouTube and type in Bank Street Media Labs and it will come up.
Take me to the place you love, and I will love it too. Sing to me your favorite song.
Why is it? That's not right.
And I will sing along with you. And I will sing along with you. If you see a tear.
Oh, that is right, okay.
Hello. Can anyone hear me? Gavin?
Oh, is someone here?
Yes, Vincent. This is Vincent.
Oh, hi Vincent. Sorry, your audio is really low for me. 1 second.
Are you gonna record the thing?
Huh?
Are you gonna record the...
Yes, I am. We're actually currently live.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yes, sorry, I should have mentioned. It's hard to mention, like, because obviously...
Okay. Well, can I change something about my audio for you?
Yes, you may.
What do I do? I mean, like, can I help you with... Can I assist you with me being really audible?
Well, could you actually go onto the stream? It's in the text chat, and then tell me if you can hear it at all. You can hear yourself, sorry.
In the text chat.
in the voice text chat, you know, like on Discord.
Right.
Hello,
right.
Stuart.
Hello.
How you doing? We're on live. We're live on stream, by the way. I need to mention that to everyone who joins. Not that anyone's watching, but
Live on Channel 4 kind of thing.
yeah, just in case, you know, there could be someone, you know, your greatest enemy could be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, could someone say something?
Hello, I'm Vincent.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think your
member
audio
of
is way too high. I think now that's more like it. Wait. Say something again?
Yeah, as I said, I'm Vincent and I'm part of Bank Street, of the collective, which is
Okay.
great, right?
Yeah, it's great. Okay, I think that's good. I think we're relatively balanced. Oh, it started to rain outside. Oh, I see a guy like running out the window. Right. Yeah, I don't know when to start. Probably like 5 past will probably start.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, Connor, hello. We are live on stream, by the way. Again, not that anyone's watching, but just so you're aware. Oh shit, the rain's coming out the window into the room.
What?
It started to pour down outside. Oh, someone else has joined. Who's this? Matt, hello.
Hello.
Again, to
You're in
warn
Glasgow,
you.
Gavin?
Huh?
You're in Glasgow?
Yeah, I'm in Emily's.
I haven't got a drop of her.
I think you'll get it pretty soon. Depending
Big
on the
things
wind
coming.
direction, I suppose.
Are we going to switch on our cameras at some point?
You can if you want, but you don't really need to. I personally won't be looking at the cameras because I've got too many windows open right now.
Right. But for the, yeah.
For the crit section, I'm gonna ask people who are like doing the crit to put on their camera.
Is it going to be visible on stream?
Yes. I'll be sure to explain that, but yeah. Again,
Nice.
hello Matt. I don't know if I said hello yet. We
Rachel
are
also just
live on
joined.
stream. Huh? Oh,
Rachel
hello.
just joined.
Hey.
Just so you're aware, we are live on stream, but no one is watching. But just in case, just so you know. Cool. What time we at? 9:00 or 7:03. Cool. Sick. If yeah, people want to watch the stream, which you probably kind of have to, if you want to understand what's going on. You need to go to YouTube and type in Bank Street Media Labs, and it will come up.
I'm watching it now. There's a bit of a time delay issue. I can hear you twice. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna suggest just turn the sound off the stream and just listen to the Discord.
So if we put on our cameras, we're not going to be visible on stream, right?
Not until the crit, no.
Okay. Is anybody else interested in showing their faces apart from me?
I can only do my camera in one place, but you should start the wave, Vincent.
I'm going to start the wave.
Are we not just going to be watching the YouTube thing now?
Yeah, in theory you will be, but yeah, I don't know. Might as well turn them on. It's always fun. Hi Vincent, good to see you.
It's my face is so like bright. I think I got a tan, but it's not showing. It's still too white. Sorry.
Yeah. We are at 7:05. Should I wait longer or should I get going?
I'd keep going.
Get going? Okay. Well, welcome to the workshop, everyone. Hope we're all doing well today. I've got a really big, in-depth plan. But the first thing you need to know before we can get started is that you need to watch the YouTube stream on mute for it to make any sense at all. I know I've kind of just said this, but I'm just going to repeat myself just so I can stick to my plan. That's the YouTube stream there. It's in the voice chat. And to access the voice chat, on mobile it's really obvious. It's just when you're in on the phone there's like a chat button, you click that. On desktop it's a little bit more difficult. You need to be on the main page. Where is it? I'm trying to find it just now. Yeah, you should be on the voice channel, and then if you hover over it and click open chat, you'll get in the right place. So yeah, hopefully that'll make sense. That chat will be appearing in the stream as well, so we can all keep up to date with it. Right, the next thing is we have a canvas on Google Docs for you to join, which is here. Hopefully everyone can click on that. You should be able to sit and edit it as and when you like. Right now it's not actually time to do anything with it, so please don't vandalize it too much. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is there's a website called Magma, which seems to be broken. Give me 1 second. Here we go. It's still connecting. I've never had this happen before. But hopefully it'll connect. Oh, here we go. So hopefully you should be able to join this. If you can't, tell me if there's any issues. Magma is basically a Photoshop canvas that anyone can add to. I will show you my cool thing that I have set up. Yeah, this is the Magma scene on OBS, and you can paint, you can draw, you can type stuff in. You can also paste if you like stuff. So I'll type in images. I'll get an image, copy, and paste. And it will usually ask, I think it asks if you can like have permission for it. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so that's appearing on stream as well now. Hopefully. Oh no, it doesn't. Right. Okay. Continue to do that for a bit while I do some tech figuring. 2 secs. What I can do is put this here.
there any way to increase the canvas size?
Well, the canvas size is actually huge. It's just your paint stroke size is also huge right now. You can reduce that. We can also just start a new canvas if we get too filled in. But this is just kind of the doodling section. Whoa, who's kicking the tree?
I was.
That's crazy.
I'm amazed no one's drawn a penis.
No one's drawn, and that kind of looks like a.
If you're twisted.
I think Rachel is you're like teasing, like you're starting out with this, and then you make it.
When the opportunity arises, you've got no choice.
Continue to fill. I'm still figuring out how I can do this.
Don't worry, Gavin. I think we're having fun.
Good. Okay, the magma will just have to like kind of be intermittent on the stream, unfortunately. Nice.
Oops.
Oh, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Right. Sick. So that's magma. People are drawing some really beautiful stuff. Hopefully on the stream, you should be able to see
You're not
the
able to
canvas
see it.
and be able to tell how big you should draw things or how little you should draw things. And now I have an icebreaker challenge for you all. So, I'm going to start a new canvas in a second, which hopefully you'll all be able to navigate to. And I'm going to ask you guys to write your name or online handle, probably just names for people here. Write what you do. That could be your job or your favorite sport or what kind of an artist you consider yourself to be. And then finally, I'd like you to screenshot and post, screenshot and add your first post that comes up when you go onto your favorite social media. Not necessarily screenshot, you could also just type out, explain what it is. Screenshotting might be a bit difficult. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can also just write your favorite color. Because I understand not everyone wants to do that. But
But the first thing that comes up in our, not our feed, but in our on our profile.
I would say feed actually. So I'm gonna do it myself to illustrate, and then hopefully you can all understand what I'm doing. Right. So my name is Gavin. I like to play ping pong. I'm gonna switch. Well, no, actually, I'll go on Twitter, which is my favorite social media, and let's make sure that that's not broadcasting straight away, because we don't want to get too confessional with it. Here. Okay. Twitter. And this is my first post. Oh, this is a Call of Duty post. I'll post the one that's below that's not about Call of Duty. Here we go. And that's that pasted. Might increase the size. Didn't actually read it, but let's go back to the magma. Right, is this working? Yeah. No? No. I need to do this. So can I zoom in? And my first post is, as someone who detests slogans, repeating ideas like a broken record, any chance you get, often verbatim, does seem like a necessary annoyance to spreading ideas. What does that mean? As someone who detests slogans, repeating ideas like a broken record, any chance you get, often verbatim, does seem like a necessary annoyance to spreading ideas. Ah, I see, like, it's a necessary evil. Yeah, so if everyone else wants to do that, feel free. Again, if you don't feel comfortable with the social media thing, you don't have to screenshot, you can just type it out. Or you can write your favorite color. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully people do something with that. Oh, I think that's Connor typing in. Oh, I need to be on this one. Connor washes pots. Vincent looks like he's posting a YouTube video. Oh, it just disappeared. How do you navigate on this? This one?
Like spacebar? What do you mean?
Stuart does music.
How can you resize objects? Do you know?
Matt G. Also does music. Emily Phone. RK doing a really cool 3D graffiti thing. Oh, Vince's thing's gone down here. I see. Am I that easy to forget? Guitar. Old lady. Graphic design. I can tell. Cockatoo twins. Is it Cockatoo? Cockatoo? I've decoded your subliminal messages and I accept your mission. I await further instructions. That's quite a funny one. Matt's one is a photo of a friend. Matt's favorite one is Instagram, I guess.
I think we have someone new who joined the
I'm
Discord.
okay, I'm just thinking about my mom. Is Emily's one. I can't read this last word. Graphic design for the something. For the garlic?
I bet it's for the Gaelic.
Gaelic.
But you can't. The Gaelic. The Scottish one is the Gaelic.
Graphic design for
There's
Gaelic?
a different.
Maybe?
Can Gavin hear us? I'm not sure he can hear us.
I think we're almost there.
I'm gonna text him.
I assume Connor's favorite color is green. Gavin, can you hear us? I actually can't hear you guys.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh,
Oh.
I'm back.
Hello, Gavin. Welcome back.
I've just been talking to myself this whole time.
No, we heard you. We heard you, but you didn't hear us.
Oh, well, yeah. What did I miss?
Everything.
Oh, right. Well,
I think you're good.
okay, sick. I thought everyone was just being like very quiet and like really
No.
getting into the thing. Anyway, let's move on. I think we've got most of our things through here. I'm gonna start a fresh canvas, the third canvas there, and you can feel free to add to that as and when you please. Cool. Yeah, this canvas here, I'm gonna change the color to something to red-ish, so you can tell. Right. Next on the agenda, what is confession? On this canvas, I would like you guys to draw, paste, and write what confession is to you, and I'm gonna read some concepts that I read in a bit of reading. This is called the self-design of contemporary confessional art. It uses Boris Groys, who I like. I didn't actually mean to find this, but I guess he's like on the same shit as me. Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. I'm just gonna read some quotes, and you just sort of meant to vibe with those quotes. The concept of the soul underwent a seismic shift from an internally imprisoned and designed condition to one designed from the outside by external factors. The soul no longer became a vehicle for the body, but for that of its clothing. Which I thought was quite interesting. Where religion once was, design has emerged. The modern subject now has a new obligation, the obligation to self-design, an aesthetic presentation as ethical subject. So rather than using confession as a sort of religious thing to like purify the soul, you're confessing to design yourself in some way. And you kind of want to seem like an ethical subject to all your peers. Confessional forms are no longer ubiquitous with the maintenance and salvation of an internal life, but rather the construction and preservation of an external life. So yeah, again, it used to be about the internal soul, but now it's a projection. More recent confessional forms are not concerned with producing truth, but are instead concerned with the neutralization of suspicion. So I'm thinking like sorry posts online, you know. You're not really confessing. You're just trying to make everything better, you know. How's this canvas coming along? Quite slowly. Vincent's drawing a landscape of some kind.
Can you hear us, Kevin? Just
I can
check
hear you,
in.
yeah. I'm gonna be back for this whole time. I just got timed out from my audio software
Right.
because it thinks I haven't bought it. Yeah, this one's supposed to like be less of a general doodle, more of a what you think confession is, but it might be a bit too time consuming. I don't know. Someone's drawn someone saying sorry, or a text box saying sorry. What I learned in confession is, do you learn stuff in confession? I thought you just confess.
So, it's like SpongeBob, isn't it? I don't know. Couldn't think of anything.
How's it like SpongeBob?
what is it? What I think boating school is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
I don't know. It made sense in my head.
Right, we'll give people a few more minutes to finish up their drawings, then we'll move on. Yeah, what's happening in the videos? What are we watching? Oh, we're watching the Virgin Galactic video. That's too long. No, it's this one. What's this? We're in a subway station. Oh, now it's jazz. Right, I believe it's time to move on. I recognize the time's moving. So next exercise is using this quote. It is through the increased visibility of oneself that traditional pre-existing boundaries between public and private are now routinely contested, expanded, and oftentimes disregarded. So, if you all could move over to the Google Docs page that hopefully you have open, but I will put in the thing again, the chat again. In fact, I don't need to do that because it's kind of, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Hopefully, yeah, people seem to have that open. If you could order this selection of social medias in order from top to bottom, so top being most public and bottom being least public. So just cut and paste. This one's going to be quite chaotic, I think. If you look at the bottom, there's a backup, so if something gets deleted, we can add it back. So I'm all prepared for that. Just go crazy.
Wait, do we all do one, or is it?
Just go wild.
One
Just
list.
go crazy. Yeah, make one list, and we'll see what happens. You can also add other things to the list if you want. And again, there's a page at the bottom. Oh, I need to switch thing. Whoa, there's lots of Pinterest here.
Yes, I think we need to balance it with the Pornhub comment section. Connor's doing his thing. Is Be Real a thing in the UK?
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't used it in ages. BeReal's quite cool. It's like, it's very private, I would say. Right, Pinterest is the most public. That's kind of interesting. And then Instagram, then Facebook. I always thought Facebook is the most public because it's like, you know, it's like all your friends and family on there. Oh, LinkedIn is very public as well. That's like linked to your professional life. Right. I'm gonna say at 1931 we'll have the final version. Okay, seems like everyone stopped. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Pinterest right at the top. Okay, Pinterest, most public. TikTok, second most. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Reddit. Pornhub comment section right in the middle. That's interesting. I thought porn's like very private to people. Snapchat, Pinterest, again. It's kind of both maybe. Discord, yeah, because you have to join a specific server. YouTube comment section, Reddit, Tumblr, 4chan. Very interesting. Does anyone want to comment on that at all? I don't know.
I would love to
Yeah,
know the context.
Pinterest on it.
Oh, sorry. I'd love to know the context of Pinterest being first.
Yeah, I think Connor
Pinterest
did
where you
that.
share all your hopes and dreams. The scrapbook for how you want your life to go.
That's fair. Okay.
In that sense, it's kind of like a diary, I guess. But a diary's completely private. But then I guess it's like online, so it's kind of different.
But isn't the whole point of Pinterest and Tumblr to kind of present your, well, visual diary to other people? Like you curate content for other people to copy it or be inspired or whatever?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I
whole point
suppose.
is being like providing it to strangers.
Yeah, so it's like writing a diary, but trying to write a diary that everyone else most agrees with, like most like vibes with. Because Pinterest all vibes, right? I have never used Pinterest, to be honest.
You ever hear that term being mood
It's like a
boarded?
diary
Oh.
you want someone to find.
Yeah.
What's being mood boarded?
It's like when people like make Pinterest, which is like taking almost some of these exact aesthetic and sort of like adding to it to sort of, you know, base their art or their work around that almost exactly. I don't know. But I guess that's kind of public in a way. You're like trying to, I don't know, take kind of visual identity.
Yeah. Right, should we keep moving? So, yeah, the Your World of Text bit. So I'll start with these quotes. Confession, as a phenomenon of self-design, is now widely used to disrupt previously held concepts about privacy through the temporary abandonment of what was historically not permissible or encouraged in public life. Now, every kind of design, including self-design, is primarily regarded by the spectator not as a way to reveal things, but as a way to hide them. I think there's websites on the internet that are good as like as an antithesis of this, because you go online and you're kind of you can kind of like take away from your identity. One of the most interesting ones for me is this website, Your World of Text, which is basically kind of like this Magma one, a giant canvas. I think it's an unlimited canvas, where you can just type anything you want. If you go into the top part and do / something, you can type in whatever you want, and then you'll get a page that might be related to it. So this is the Super Mario page, and some people have done Mario ASCII. I think that one's a penis. Quite nice. Oh, another penis there. This one, I'm gonna do a little content warning, is the confessions page, which has there's some confessions on there that are like quite dark and kind of upsetting. So if you don't want to see it, now's maybe the time to look away. Oh, there was an N word there as well. I didn't see that. Anyway, so this is completely anonymous. You can type whatever you want, and you can write a confession. Here's one here. I have a foot fetish, and I'm not ashamed. I don't think you should be ashamed of that. That's quite a normal one. So, if you're okay with going on this website, here it is there in the Discord chat. And I would love it if you could go on there and type a confession of your own. It could be stupid, or it could be serious. Mum found the pea draw. I think that means pea drawer, maybe. I like to eat apples and ban. Yes, you can go wherever you want. You can type whatever you want. You can have a look around, and you know, kind of really try and get in the mood for confessing here, or not.
Can you zoom out?
You cannot zoom out. That's one of the fun constraints of it. I'm sure there's like a way of like hacking it.
Or you
but
can
like,
zoom out Chrome in the browser a bit. But
I don't seem to be able to. Oh, you can.
You
I thought you
can.
couldn't.
To some degree, you can.
But it seems like it doesn't Oh no, it does. Okay, take it back.
It does.
You can zoom out. Let's pretend you can't, for the function of this thing. Yeah, when you do like control and mouse wheel, it doesn't let you do it. So
Confession one.
yeah, so it's /confessions. It's in the chat.
Cool.
Yeah, so if everyone, once you've done your confession, if you could say, and then we can move on. I've got a couple more fun things for us to do. Someone said comfort ? In the confession thing. It's kind of interesting.
Wait, are you reading what we're writing down?
No, I'm just that's on the magma. Oh, I can see someone typing here. Don't know who it is. I skipped a bunch of the jobs I was meant to do at work when I found out the head chef wasn't in tomorrow. Someone typed that just recently. Right, is everyone done? Is anyone still typing, still confessing? Oops. Okay, no one's still confessing. Cool. So, the next part, I would like you to listen to another quote. What must be scrutinized in a confession is not the presence or absence of the confession. I did this, I feel shame, but rather the sincerity of its telling and or of its evasion. So, with that in mind, I would like everyone to look through that Your World of Text page one more time and choose their most interesting confession, the one that most kind of fulfills this quote, and then put it into the Google document that we're all in under the confessions section. So I wrote, my name is Gavin, I am wearing a Bank Street t-shirt as my confessions. So yeah.
Please repeat the quote.
Yeah. It's also on the stream. But what must be scrutinized is not the presence or absence of the confession. I did this, I feel shame, but rather the sincerity of its telling and or its evasion. I'm going to create a new canvas just for the fun of it, and we're going to make it green, and you can ambiently draw on that while everyone chooses a confession if you're done already. So again, it doesn't have to be the most scandalous confession. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. You should just kind of try and fulfill that quote. I've been lying about my age for over 200 years. How can you do that? And yeah, once you're done, you can go back to doodling on magma. That would be cool. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't think you can actually copy and paste. I think you just need to like type out the confession again.
Wait, so the confessions we pick, we put in the green canvas?
No, just on the Google Doc, sorry.
Awesome.
There's a section called Confessions. I used to be a werewolf, but I'm alright now. I have to confess something. I like... Oh, I'm gonna type this one out, but... I like watching videos in very low quality, even though I can watch them in high quality. I don't know why, but I like to do it. I'm gonna type this one out. I've seen St. Paul's Cathedral and the Great Pyramid, Giza and Frank Temple, but I can't shake the feeling that the greatest, most numinous, what's that mean, day of my life was when I saw objects in space for the second time and played the Curse of Monkey Island for the first time. Have you guys played that game before? But I know it didn't seem quite so great and not ominous at the time. It seems that way because it was a joyous day in the midst.
Gavin, could you not read it? Sorry, just for 1 second.
Yes.
Not read it aloud because I need to focus.
Cool.
It would be helpful.
Right, who's still going? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's everyone done. Speak now if you've not. Cool. Right, final task for everyone. If you go back to that Google document, and we're gonna vote on what the best quote is. So, if you could, to vote, put an exclamation mark after your favorite. Or you can do it to multiple, but don't do multiple on one. And I'm gonna give you until the clock strikes, I don't know, 10-2. I'm gonna vote as well. I'll remind everyone that the quote is, where is the quote? What must be scrutinized is not the presence or absence of the confession, but rather the sincerity of its telling and or its invasion. I don't think I voted already, but... Right, I think a clear winner is coming out here. It's the St. Paul's Cathedral one. Which I typed out. I've seen St. Paul's Cathedral, but I can't shake the feeling that the greatest, most nominous... What does nominous mean? I'm gonna look it up. A strong religious or spiritual quality. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna read out the whole thing again. Right. So. We've done all that. We're now into the final section for this part. One more quote. The traditional form of confession, zero design, private, producing truth, is here highly designed, public, producing only the appearance of truth. Thus, writers and artists, if they want to be realist, have to learn to live with the suspicion that their descriptions of the human psyche are pure fiction, until history confirms the realism of their work. Right. So, I am going to prompt ChatGPT using Vincent's quote, or sorry, using this quote that we just got. Vincent, are you ready for this?
In what way?
To read it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Right.
don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. So we're
Wait,
gonna
that
take the
needs
most.
to- Yeah.
Let me find the prompt. Okay. Oh. It's decided to create it into a no camera, no stuff. Don't know if this one's worked as well. But we'll read. Shall we read it anyway, Vincent?
Anyway, and like, regardless of what?
I don't know if it's worked as well as my test versions, but can you read that, Vincent?
I will read that for you. Right. I've stood. You're like hovering like crazy with the
Oh,
mouse.
sorry. I'll stop touching it.
I've stood beneath the towering elegance of St. Paul's Cathedral, walked the ancient stones of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and wandered the vast sanctuaries of Karnak. Each was breathtaking, undeniably grand. Yet, amidst all those wonders, the most profound moment came unexpectedly, in the simplicity of my old room, surrounded by VHS tapes and the familiar clutter of my youth. Watching objects in space for the second time paired with the thrill of unraveling the curse of Monkey Island for the first time. There was something sacred in that ordinary day. At the time, it didn't feel monumental, but in the starkness of a difficult adolescence, it was a rare, unguarded day of joy. Reflecting now, that simplicity, that joy, it casts a greater shadow than the grandest of temples.
Thanks, Vincent. Yeah, it seems to just like copy out the entire confession rather than doing anything with it. Oh well. Cool. So I think that marks the end of the main part of the workshop. And now we're just into the crit section, if everyone's ready for that. Cool. Yeah. Connor, we're gonna do your film first, if that's alright. So Connor's been working on a film. What do you want to introduce it, Connor, actually?
Maybe just one thing, for the people who are not familiar, for example, like Rachel, like what the films are for, maybe
You can go
say
for it,
one or two
Vincent.
sentences.
I'm gonna put you on.
Okay, just just real quick for context. So, as we probably all know, this is like a season-based thing, and the workshop is kind of a midpoint or starting point to kick things off. The season is about the theme of confession. That's why we're talking about confession today, and the end point or the finale of the season will be a big live stream where everyone will be able to present artworks, mostly audiovisual stuff, but it can be anything really that can be broadcasted through stream. So people are on different stages of working on projects. Some haven't really started, and others have maybe already prepared some ideas. And yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. So this is Connor's film to start. If you want to introduce your film, Connor.
You got a link to it, yeah?
Yeah, it's on the stream just now.
Is it? Oh yeah, fuck it is. Yeah, so I had the idea that I would go for a walk and film myself just kind of drunkenly rambling at the camera until something happened. But nothing really happened. I kind of just froze up and said basically nothing for an hour. And but I edited it into a little sequence. It looks kind of cool. I used this 360 camera to do it. So it kind of looks like a weird vlog someone would do, but I'm talking about absolutely nothing.
Cool. Great. Let's watch. You're still on camera, Connor, by the way. I can also take you off camera. I'll just take you off camera. Right. Is that audio working? Oh, I've got my music on.
Beauty sparks.
Can everyone hear it?
But yeah, they changed the system, so now there's 2 KPs on a weekend, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, they've hired. We just hired 1 new guy, but yeah, the whole system's kind of changed.
Streamers end.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seemed
I
that
think it did.
my connection dropped. Was it just there? I wasn't sure how far behind we were. It should be back up in a second if you guys could tell me when
Can you send the link to the video
Mm-hmm.
from like Connor's video?
Mm-hmm. Would you mind telling me if the stream comes back up again, someone?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if people are watching.
I'm watching, and I don't think anything's come back up.
Yeah, it seems not.
Why did it end?
I think my connection dropped for a second. I dropped out the Discord call. And now YouTube won't let me. One sec. Right. Tell me, that should go back up in a second. Oh yeah, we're back up. I'm just gonna keep playing from about a minute and a half. Is everyone seeing it again?
Yeah, so.
Sorry about
Jeez.
this.
On a weekend, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, they've hired. We just hired 1 new guy, but yeah, the whole system's kind of changed. Yeah, s01 cuts through the middle of Glasgow. It's kind of weird that Glasgow has a motorway going through the middle of it. Most European cities don't. I remember Mitch telling us about how in the 80s Glasgow thought back months ago, probably even more than that now. It's been a while. It was nice to get some posts. Doesn't happen often, but yeah, it was nice. So yeah, I guess this is kind of more thinking about who I am as an artist. Something that I guess we all think about, and I don't really think it's going anywhere. Kind of feels like a waste of time. Kind of in my free time just making stuff, but it's kind of got to a point where there are better things I could be doing with my time, I feel. I could have a normal job, a daytime job. It was like it's not going anywhere. I feel like I'm not really getting to what I wanted to say. I had some stuff that I was wanting to say. I was thinking about at work. Yeah, retiring. I don't know. I definitely would have more money. Just talking to the camera. What am I doing right now? On the ones and twos, producing.
Right, that's the film. And now it's time for some feedback, perhaps. Yeah. Anyone want to start? I'll put you on camera as well, if you should start.
What stage is it at? Like, what is that the final version?
No, definitely not. I think I'm gonna do the whole thing again. If that was just like nothing. But I think I will still the idea
It was
of like
You want to go, Matt?
no. You finish, Connor. You finish what you were saying. I spoke too soon.
yeah, I kinda like the thing. I kinda also like that I'm very clearly struggling to say anything because like a lot of stuff we watch people are like very freely discussing their lives and people are like so happy to share everything on the internet, but I think in real life people aren't willing to do that, and I kind of like that you can. I don't know. It's also not particularly interesting to watch someone refuse to speak, but I don't know. There's maybe something there.
I thought you said what you said at the end was like good. Like it was like kind of minimal, right? But like just talking about like wanting to retire as an artist. I thought that was quite affecting considering how little you said elsewhere. I was wondering like how come you don't use the actual 3D aspect of the 3D camera?
It's a 360 camera. It's not a 3D.
Oh, sorry, 360 camera, yeah.
What do you mean? Like show the other side?
Yeah.
Just the way that it's processed. I would need to download another editor to do that, which I probably will do. You just get this big long panorama. I think if I installed a different, I think there's a GoPro plugin that lets you edit the full 360. Yeah, I should get that. It definitely would be more interesting.
Yeah. Can you not do it on Premiere, really?
I have a plugin that lets you do it as a big long panorama, but you can't like infinitely swipe around it. But I think that you can get a plugin for Premiere that lets you do that. I just haven't needed to do that yet.
I think that would be cool. I think for me, like the end section is the strongest, and the start section. I think like this section here, I maybe like kind of, I find maybe it's like a bit slightly over long. I don't know, but that's maybe just my opinion. But
well, I cut it together just like
yeah,
show you what the clips look like. I didn't really think about any of them.
Cool.
I think the kind of the amount of time it takes to get to what we seem to recognize as like the main like affecting part sort of at the end. I think that's quite nice. I mean, and I think that feeds into the fact of confessing when it's not a private confession as well, because like I guess you probably need to warm up to it kind of while you're doing it. So yeah, I thought that was quite good actually, the length, the kind of where that kicks in.
I think I think your like response to your confession is kind of interesting, like as a separate layer, if you know what I mean. Like just in this workshop, like talking about it. Does that make any sort of sense? I wonder if that would be like something that you could do in the film as well. That too absurd?
I don't. Well, how would that? I don't know what that would be.
I don't know. I don't know. I was just like I think you're talking about not wanting to continue doing art, and then we're kind of reflecting on that here. It's kind of I don't know. I feel like there's something to that, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. I just don't know how that would literally be.
Like a voiceover of yourself, maybe like a voiceover over the main feed, main video.
Yeah, it could be cool.
Anyone else have anything?
Yeah, I really like the whole like sort of, I don't want to say like mindlessness of it, but the whole like you're just going out for a walk and you're just going to talk. And I actually really like the way it was edited too, like the way it would cut abruptly, where I would like try to follow along like where you were going in Glasgow, but then you would suddenly switch to another part, go into another thought, and I liked that because I don't know about you, but that's why I feel like life is like right now. You're like, there's one thing going on, but there's another thing, but I'm trying to like sort this thing out too at the same time. So, aye.
Yeah, I like the jump cuts a lot. Especially like mid sentence. They're kind of fun to do.
Okay. Should we move on to the next thing? Nice. Well, thanks for that, Connor. Right, we're now on to Emily, who has some objects to show us, perhaps. Okay, we switched to you, Emily. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
for these? Okay. Um, so I was kind of responding to uh the interview with Vincent that was posted recently. Um, Vincent mentions many kind of objects or like that kind of like landmark, I don't know, their discussion. So I made little replicas of some of those things that you talk about. Um, for example, you talk about out of paper mache, I should clarify. So you talk about a sandwich. So I made a little sandwich that's like, and then the idea is hopefully that maybe these would get like 3D scanned and somehow used in the stream or used in that video or reinterpreted somehow. Or you talked about old Western DVDs, so this is a little DVD, and the little DVD comes out and you can put it back in. And then there's a camera also, a specific camera, uh, which Gavin provided me the details of what that was. What else? Oh yeah, VHS tapes, that's in your confession. And then a little I think you talk about an electric guitar from the other stream. So there's just 5 right now, and I think if I have time, I'll try and make more. But I think, yeah, the idea is to hopefully like scan them and make them digital somehow, and then yeah, like reinterpret them again. And I think like they become, I was just thinking about it, and like they become little artifacts of that conversation and of your time that you spent here and your time that you spend in Bank Street. That's also become kind of like evidences in your confession, or like, um, yeah, I guess, or like kind of, and they're like kind of hand models. They're kind of from memory in a way. So that's what I got cooking so far.
Sick. Uh, yeah, I feel like there's no real room for feedback there in this. I don't know. Is there?
Yeah, there's room. That's very cool. That's really cool.
Thank you.
But I wonder how you're going to use them in the stream if they're 3D objects, like how we can implement them.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I was thinking also it would be fun to turn them into like Instagram filters of somehow for the Bank Street Instagram. That was kind of my idea. Um, and they could somehow like like yeah, make a kind of companion to that video or something. Um, but yeah. I don't know how they'd be used in the stream though. I'm not advanced enough to understand that.
I think maybe like Connor, you're kind of doing the sort of aesthetic. I don't know if you have ideas already, like how you might use like 3D scans there.
Yeah, I was thinking of using them just as like little bumpers, so almost like an ad. The if there was like a break in the story of the object, and yeah, they look really good. It's the first time I've seen them, and they look so cool. The camera, especially, I love.
Good
So yeah, that's how I was thinking of them, or maybe just as like objects floating around on the screen, as like an overlay,
Yeah.
or yeah, just like little moments.
Embellishments, I think, is the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could like I could explain it just now as well, Connor. Just why not? Basically, I think like what I'm gonna like get from you is maybe just like a an hour or so long kind of video that will go on in the background, kind of similar to like the video going on in the background in this stream. So it'll need to be something that is like will like I guess kind of like if there's like sort of space taken up on the screen, it won't matter, if you know what I mean. Like it can have stuff on top and still kind of be readable in some way. Which obviously like this video is not like really that readable if you're like looking at it in the background, but it is in the foreground that we're seeing on stream. Yeah. Emily's also
And you're thinking that would be
Oh, sorry, on you go.
exclusively with the objects?
No, it doesn't have to be. No, it's just an hour or so. I need to figure out exactly. I have a if you turn your attention to the stream or my screen again, I have no, not this one. A running order that I'm working on. So currently, I mean, excluding the timer, it's 51 minutes. Would need to be filled, obviously slightly more, so say like about an hour. With all this stuff. So yeah, I don't know. However it might work. I guess that's for you to go wild with. Yeah. Emily is also working on the stream or the performance stuff, but I don't think really there's too much to say about that right now. We're still working on that sort of like Banksy kind of rip off thing, but hopefully that will come together. Yeah, unless anyone has anything else to say, we'll move on to the next part. Cool. Vincent, I don't know exactly what you're gonna show or discuss, but I think you are wanting to discuss or show something.
Yep. I think Emily's still in the stream, like big on the stream.
I've just switched it, I think.
Oh, okay, nice. Just FYI. Yeah, I prepared like a really small idea. Since I'm the last one making the film, like my film's gonna be the last film in the schedule, and I'll kind of have to respond to what you guys are making. I wanted to keep it pretty vague, but I have one idea. I don't know if it really fits with the stuff you're going to be providing, but essentially I thought about confession and what I kind of associate with the term, and I keep coming back to the kind of, Christian confession booth situation. And because I was also raised, Roman Catholic. I never confessed in a booth, but that's kind of what I think of. And so I wanted to have kind of a religious encounter or moment, um, make a film about that as kind of well, the context or the frame of the film. And I thought about somebody writing a confession online as we did today, and um, uh, well, after he's done, he's kind of like the screen, for example, gets flooded with light, and it's kind of an encounter with an angel who absolves the person of their sins. So it's kind of I don't know, it's an online encounter with a deity or an angel of some sort, triggered by that confession. I think that would be an interesting idea. You could play with that online aesthetic a bit, but also mix in those kind of religious elements visually, but also in terms of the sound design and like the symbolicism and stuff. So yeah, maybe that would be interesting. I'm happy to hear your thoughts. Maybe there's ways to implement chunks of your stuff into that. Maybe someone has an idea on how to expand on the idea. Very open. I'm also open to collaborate on parts of the thing. For example, Rachel, if you don't have anything but would like to, like any idea on your own, but you want to participate in something, I'm happy to yeah, I'm open to any input, and yeah.
Wait, am I on? Yeah, I'm thinking about the what's his face, the Walter Benjamin angel, like the one that he talks about in what's the one like the history one. What is that?
It's Paul Lee, I think, drew the angel.
Oh right.
Is the Angel of History not? Is it not the Angel of
Yes,
History?
here we go. Here's the Angel of History. Let me make
Angelus
it big.
Novus.
Yeah.
But the painting by Paul Klee is called Angelus Novus, and Benjamin uses it as kind of basis for a text about the Angel of History, past and present and future,
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Oh, here we go. Here's a nice turns. Yeah. So his eyes are staring, his mouth is open, his wings are spread. This is how one pictures the angel of history. His face is turned towards the past. Where we perceive a chain of events, He sees one single catastrophe which keeps piling wreckage and hurling it in front of his feet. The angel would like to stay, awaken the dead, and make whole what is being smashed. So I'm thinking of that. I don't know if you were thinking of that at all in your conception. But then I guess like the sort of, sorry, I need to disable. You can see corner in the bottom there, which is not supposed to be like that. Yeah, what I was thinking about that is maybe that could like it could be like the angel of history kind of there, and it kind of looks back on the rest of the stream as well in some way, maybe like not necessarily like super kind of in depthly, but like, you know, little snippets or something like that maybe. I don't know what you think to that.
Yeah, like the part with the, I don't know if you have the quote still available,
Yes.
but maybe you can share it in the chat as well,
Yes.
or in the document, maybe
Which one?
the workshop document where we
Oh, the
wouldn't ask.
yes, this one here. Yeah, I'll chuck it.
Hmm.
I'll put it at the top so it's easy to find.
There's this bit on, yeah, the debris before him grows skyward, and a storm, and I think debris and storm and paradise and violence, these are all terms that kind of fit within, you know, the whole Bank Street aesthetic and themes, you know, of patchwork and mosaic, and like, you know, a mix and remix of media and of internet artifacts. So maybe, yeah, maybe it's an angel also kind of looking back at kind of fragments from the past, and those fragments could be visualized by or made concrete by your works. So I would just take like fragments from your stuff and implement it somehow with that angel idea.
Yeah. Anyone else? Comments, critiques?
I do like love the idea, like because I grew up really religious, but I grew up like in the Outer Hebrides where it's like a whole other denomination of church and stuff. And I still remember when I was like I got this flashback. They had like when I was younger, I was like this church youth group thing, and the church got this like burner phone that people could text into their confessions, and then they would talk about it and be like, this person has this, and this is what the Bible says about this, or this is what you should do, and things. I don't know how helpful that story is, but like it totally, it's like it feels realistic. I love the whole imagery as well of like the screen coming bright or the lights coming on things. Yeah.
And did you say a burner phone?
Yeah, so like the church would get like a wee Nokia phone, and like then on like Sunday night after church they would be like, this is the text that we've gotten through from people of things they want to confess or say. Which is wild to think. And it was for like teens and kids and stuff as well. It wasn't for like adults, but it's like wild to think now, like that is a GDPR thing that you cannot do today.
I really like that as well. Like
Can
the
you remember
digital
any of the
channel is,
text?
sorry?
Can you remember any of the texts that were talked about?
Oh, I think it's usually, I mean, because I came from an island and it's a very small community, I think there is still like a feeling of like, oh, I don't like people could still know what my number is, so I don't feel like there's anything like that juicy. But I do think there were things that people being like, I'm really worried about this, or my friendships, because it was like kids and teens. Yeah, or sometimes there would be like things like, but just like sad stuff in the church where it's like, I think I'm gay, but I don't know, and then they'd be like, you can't be, and it's just sad, like that kind of thing. But yeah,
So, but I didn't really understand, I think, where the calls went. Like, where did the responses, the replies come from? Those moral, you know, moral. Or
The minister, usually if there was like a visiting minister coming, because they would sometimes have one come through like twice a year or something. They would do like after church, they'd be like, let's get the phone out, and this wise minister is visiting, can answer the questions and respond to the confessions. So I don't know if that helps. But
no, that's really cool. I mean, it's even, I think at first I thought it's just like it went onto a voicemail or something, and it was automated replies, which doesn't make sense. But I like the idea of kind of using the like technology to kind of load off confession or like, thoughts and sorrow and stuff. And it kind of yeah, it's you deposit it with this entity, with this in like non-human entity. I think Gavin also in preparation of the workshop also mentioned something about these kind of forums, like porn comment sections, for example, working as a kind of confession place for confession because people can be anonymous and they kind of feel safe there. While it's at the same time it's radically public, like everyone can read it, but at the same time it's kind of this this ether where you just you put it out there and gets lost and yeah.
yeah, I think there's a really interesting thought with the idea of like, although it's anonymous, it's not also not really. Like you can still be tracked. People can still, if they try hard enough, they can find you. But I think there's also something in that that kind of helps too, maybe for a lot of confessions. Like, 'cause there's even like those Reddit pages like r/relationships, am I the asshole and things, where, um, like I do still remember like some viral stories and then them admitting like, oh no, my wife found out about this because there's always a risk and you never know. Like, it's like, sorry, I don't even know how to end the sentence, but basically, I'm agreeing with you.
Cool. Have I dropped? No. I'm still here. Yeah?
Hey Vincent, had you had any in your idea?
We didn't hear you talking before, Gavin, so maybe
Oh,
if you
I think I'm back. Yeah, I think I'm back.
oh you're back now, definitely.
Okay, I dropped for like a
um
second.
right. Well, I think the angel. I think, well, the bright screen, this this kind of bright, godly light shining, I think was one part, and then maybe I I don't know how to what media to use and how to act it out. I'm thinking about maybe AI generated images, kind of like the John Rathman AI story. So you have like pictures, like still images, AI generated, and then kind of a montage of them. But maybe there's something in the audio, like um I think in like biblical descriptions, sometimes with angel encounters, there's also like a choir or something accompanying the angels. So maybe it can be in the sound design. Maybe he takes off the headphones, but the sound persists, something like that. And yeah, and maybe also the if I stick with that idea of the person putting confessing and then the angel kind of appearing for them or to them, there could be kind of glimpses or hints before it actually happens, that kind of within his online world there's kind of things sneaking in there, or like suddenly little things are off. It kind of falls apart. His screen world kind of slowly falls apart into something divine.
Yeah, sounds very cool.
Yeah.
But if you have ideas and suggestions like that also can differ from the original idea, I'd be very happy to kind of to hear them.
Not at the moment.
Not me. Other than the one I already did, I suppose. But
Maybe one thought, unless Gavin, you wanted to. I don't think you wanted to say something, right?
no.
With the confession video that we recorded with that Gavin and I recorded, it seems like there's kind of this floating head, you know, he made it like this, and it's kind of trapped in this limbo, you know, maybe in this it's kind of otherworldly and kind of off. Maybe the internet could function or we can take the internet as a representation of kind of different layers of reality in line with that kind of religious structuring of the world, so or Catholic or whatever. So I just said limbo, which is also a Christian concept, right? So maybe there could also be, you could think about the idea, not necessarily for my film, but I think it's interesting. It's an interesting idea of what if the internet is kind of the world, what an internet heaven could look like, or internet paradise, or internet hell, or maybe there are layers to the internet already that are like hell, like you know parts of the dark web, and there are other parts that maybe are more heavenly. I don't know. I find that thought intriguing. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, it makes me think there's a church denomination, and I'm actually just going to look this up right now to make sure this is true, but I'm pretty sure there's a church denomination called the Free Presbyterians, and they actually close their website down on Sundays to respect the Sabbath, which I think is really funny. um, I definitely grew up with like a lot of religious, like even like religious video games, because when I was growing up, I wasn't allowed to use a lot of things on a Sunday unless it was like religious and respectful. So you would get some websites that would like close on a Sunday, but I'm gonna check this.
Yeah, it's closed today. We are closed for the Sabbath.
Because why do you think that is? Because nobody's actively like working on the website, right? So is it like is using the internet kind of sinful, maybe?
Generally, it's quite. There's a thing with growing up in the islands, and I did my final year art project on this and growing up in Lewis, where things are normally shut on Sundays. Um, it's just generally it's a culture thing. I think there's also the whole respect the Sabbath day, keep it holy. So I think closing the website is hilarious. But yeah, it's basically just so then you can basically to encourage you to go away from your screens and go read your Bible or something.
Yeah, it says, while most of the material on this site is suitable for reading on the Sabbath, we are cautious about using the internet on the Lord's Day. There are aspects to using the internet that are not conducive to keeping the Sabbath. There is a lot more to faithful Sabbath keeping than is usually acknowledged. So,
What's that website?
you just search Free Presbyterian Church of Scotland. It should be the top result.
Yeah, I should have been bringing that up to illustrate. Okay.
And Rachel, you said you played like you grew up with like Christian video games. Maybe that's something we could at some point also talk about.
Yeah,
Really
when I
curious.
was when I was in uni, I was trying to collect as many Christian video like games and stuff as you can. In Lewis, there's a Christian bookshop that my auntie works in, and whenever I go visit, I always pick up like stuff because I think the stuff is so funny. Like you get these like religious stress balls. I got a pen that now my ex-boyfriend has and I'm gutted. But every time you click it, it says a different line of the Lord's Prayer. And I think it's hilarious. I have a fluffy pink pen somewhere as well that says God's Princess. I collect these things. Because I grew up Protestant, we didn't have like the Catholics got to have really cool religious imagery, but I never got to have any of these. So I try and find what I can.
Well, that also another thought popped up because of what you said. With the whole like the Catholics have so much stuff, and like I think of also like the if you go into churches, right? Protestant churches. I don't know how it is in the UK, but historically in Germany, because we like you know since uh, Martin Luther, um, well, Protestants stripped away all luxury in churches and so on, and like Catholic churches in Baroque, for example, are like massive ornaments and like gold and gems and stuff. Maybe that could also be if we want to head in that direction with the stream as a whole. I don't know what you have planned, Connor, but like these kind of um, overwhelming religious kind of Baroque elements that is something that would be interesting to apply to an online, like a digital aesthetic. Because we also have that in a sense, right? We have like this overwhelming, how do you say, like sensory overload thing going on, and like multi-screen and like little elements flying around and little games playing on the side. It's also kind of Baroque in a sense, only less luxurious.
Mm. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna keep things moving if that's okay with everyone. Have I dropped out of the call again? Oh,
Jumpy.
I'm back. Am I
That
back?
could just be me.
I'm back. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Sorry.
can
Sorry
hear
about
you,
this.
yeah.
I'm at Emily's house right now because I'm between flats and Emily does not have a very good internet connection, I have to say. But right, where's my plan? Yeah, so now we have mod script. And mod is not here today, but would anyone like to read a script out at all? I'm not a very good reader, as I've proved from this stream.
Is it multiple like roles, characters?
No, it's just like an essay.
I mean, I could do it, but I think Connor is, for example, he's the better reader.
You want to read it, Connor?
Yeah, where is it?
I'll link it to you. It is going in the Discord chat now.
Okay. Oof, it's quite long. You want me to read this whole thing, yeah?
It is fairly long, isn't it? How long is it going to take to read that? How long is it?
2 pages.
975 words. It is quite long. Maybe give me this highlighted section here. Can you see that, Connor?
I can indeed.
It's kind of it's
Okay.
like kind of repetitive, so I think you'll get the idea with that snippet.
Sure. Alright, I'll begin. I confess that I have done nothing wrong. I confess I have nothing to confess. I have only made the lives of the people around me better. I have never worried about what people think of me. I know, and it is good. I have always communicated my feelings perfectly, and because they were only ever good feelings, I have only ever brought happiness to the world. No one has ever been annoyed with me for any reason, and when they did, it has been because they were confused or had a lot to deal with, which didn't really have anything to do with me. I've dealt with these instances with great compassion and patience. I never get sick of myself because I'm great company. I have a wide variety of interests which lets me talk to anyone about anything. I'm a people person, which is good because they love to talk to me. I have never experienced an awkward silence. When I die, I will have left the world a better place. I think that it's really cute and charming when they put a traffic cone on that statue's head. I think the Glasgow weather is pretty good most of the time and I don't complain about it. Winters don't make me horribly sad. I love how convenient that motorway is. It makes it much easier for me to take Ubers. If I did take Ubers, which I don't. I recycle all the time. Not only this bit, but I take everything to recycling centres and separate all. I go by foot to reduce my carbon impact. I think that we're all doing a great job with saving the planet. I feel pretty positive about the future. I do think people make Glasgow. I've never found this city boring or too small or too cold.
Cool. Thanks for that, Connor. Yeah, so what did
Yeah, I like that a
everyone
lot.
think
That's
of
really
that?
good.
Oh, sorry, Connor, I didn't mean to speak over you.
That's so good.
Would you like to start, Connor, with the comments and criticisms and such?
Yeah, I can do. I like that a lot. I'm interested to see what form it will take. I assume voiceover over something. But yeah, I like the rhythm of it a lot. I probably butchered the rhythm of it by just reading it in very fast. But yeah, I like that. It's cool. It goes on to talk about other stuff. I don't know if everyone's seen it, but
It kind of
Uh,
reminds me of like those manifestation things you hear these days that has like the like is it 36 hertz or something sound over it and they're
Mhm.
like echoing like I believe this. It makes me think of that.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. There's this account I follow that takes a piss out of all of that. It also kind of reminds me of like the end of Train Spotting.
oh yeah,
Mm.
with like the
What do
choose
you mean, like the
life
choose
thing.
life monologue?
Yeah.
I never really got the full meaning of that because, I mean, choose life for the addicts, it kind of makes sense, and he has a stable, world, but it seems like so cynical, and like
Yeah, I
what
think
he
it's a pretty
describes
cynical
is this.
film.
Sorry?
I think it's a pretty cynical film.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But the things he describes with like the choose life is like this kind of consumerist, like brainless lifestyle is kind of still a kind of motivational like proposition, uh, you know, opposing the junkie lifestyle. So I don't know what to make of it. It's very powerful, but yeah, maybe that's too far off topic.
Um,
A little.
a little, yeah, but uh,
But this kind of does, I don't know, it kind of has that same like dual meaning, I guess you could call it, like the stuff that Maud's writing about. I never get sick of myself because I'm great company. I have a wide variety of interests. Um, I don't know. I don't really know why it reminds me of the Train Spotting.
I definitely think like the rhythm's very similar, and the sort of I guess in choose life it's like kind of negative about it, and then this one's sort of like kind of post-ironic-y negative about it. There's definitely a lot of like similarities. Um, One thing that I've heard, I think, from Maud about the visuals of it is there's going to be like a lot of like looking up with the camera. I think I don't know. I guess well, I'll see if I can find what exactly she said about it. Um, uh, uh, okay, her idea was shots of ceilings and sky, like how you look up when you're praying or lying, which is quite good. Quite like that. Um, so yeah, and I suspect it'll be like kind of because there's a lot of like kind of images the in the film or in the script as well, like the sort of the rain and the Ubers and the all that sort of thing. So yeah, I think that would be cool. I think it would be a really good kind of opener. Yeah.
So it will be a lot of like sky, like point of view kind of
Yeah, yeah,
video.
exactly.
That's cool. It fits the it reminds me of the heaven thing again, you know,
Hmm.
the religious elements. Sorry, I'm really like hyper fixated on that.
Uh, no,
Nice,
that's
interesting.
yeah, for sure.
I hadn't
Um,
thought about any religious thing. Maybe as the term works on them.
yeah, I'm the same. I didn't really think too much about the religion either, but I think it's a lot of
You'll
people.
have to because I mean the theme is still confession, right? And all the element. Um, I think it's interesting to have contrast as well in that sense.
Definitely.
Hmm.
I dropped out there again, but I think I'm back. Um, right. I'm gonna move to the next one, which is me. Um, I don't know. Should we do that? It would basically just be that confession video that sort of is already on the Instagram. Uh, it might as well do that. We'll do a quick screen of that, and then we're almost at the end of the meeting. We'll be 9 o'clock sharp, by the way, so don't worry about that. Yeah, if everyone could turn their attention to the stream again. Let's go.
I remember moving piles of cardboard boxes with weird, obscure VHS tapes. I remember sitting next to him and just munching on my sandwich and trying to figure out what the hell he was doing. And I remember staring into the camera we had set up. There were so many little items lying on those tables, old Western films I hadn't heard of. A little electric guitar, but I didn't have any access to the places they were. When I came to Basco, I kind of had the idea in my head that I would be able to reinvent myself by presenting myself in this very serious and distant manner. People weren't going to question certain behaviors, so people would take it as just my normal way of being instead of symptoms of something more I don't think I have a good answer to that question. Give me a minute.
Right. That was that. Um, yeah, I guess for context, it's supposed to be like an introduction to the stream, or like a pre-introduction, and it's supposed to kind of like give a bit of context for Bank Street, for like what we've done before, and also just be a kind of like the idea of like me and Vincent had like an hour long conversation, and he kind of like sort of confessed to things, and I removed most of like the object of the confession. Um, uh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could talk about how it could become a better introduction to the stream. I think there's like definitely not enough Bank Street stuff in there yet. But yeah, I don't know. Anyone have anything to say?
Maybe one thing to add is it was kind of also performative. So even though there were like lots of true things in there. We kind of, staged the situation and made it kind of, create an atmosphere around it. Yeah, I just feel more comfortable mentioning that.
Yeah.
But maybe on like to about your question, I think in the beginning there's this little clip, and then my face is projected onto that clip. Our first thing ever, that clip
Mhm.
with Connor and me in the background. There's like that's I think the only time where it's kind of an overlay of the two things.
There's a
Maybe
little
I'm
bit of that. Wait, I'll get the actual the video file.
in any case, I think there could be just more footage of the previous streams, kind of
Yeah, I
injected.
I would agree with that for sure. Yeah, I think this section here needs it. Um, and there is a little bit here, but it's maybe like not quite enough, Yeah, I think definitely more of that for sure. I just kind of ran out of time, I suppose. Uh, Anything else?
Do you have like another like a version you can even link like that? Was that meant to be on the stream?
Uh,
So
that's on the Instagram right now, and it will
oh,
probably be on the final stream.
oh, I didn't know where to look. I was on the stream, but it was just like looping the same thing. So I just kept quiet.
Oh wait, the stream's looping, is it?
I mean, for me it is. I don't know if it is for everyone. I don't know
Oh,
about these
I
things.
don't know. I think it says it's live, but I don't know. Maybe it's broken.
Seems fine for me.
Cool. Yeah, anything else for that? Shall we move on? Got about 5 minutes left. Yeah, I think it's just wrap up. We have a schedule that I was kind of going to talk about a little bit, but I think everyone's kind of aware of that. Next Sunday, Emily's doing a post, then Tuesday, Simona's doing a post, then Friday, Connor's doing a post. I don't know, I guess Emily's going to do the Instagram filters for her post, I think. Connor, I don't know if you have an idea for your post quite yet.
No, this coming Friday, we were saying, yeah?
Friday the 24th, so it's still sort of 2 weeks,
Okay.
slightly under. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a vague idea of like taking the thing I shot and doing something different with it. I was thinking of cutting it up in a weird way, making some weird audio thing, but maybe I'll do something different.
That sounds cool. What would be different about it, do you think?
I was thinking of using like, I have this plugin for Ableton called Pull Stretch, where you can like slow stuff down indefinitely. Apparently, a lot of ambient artists actually do use it. When I was getting my tattoo, he mentioned someone, I can't remember who it was. But yeah, you can change frequencies and pitches, and it's kind of fun. And then there's other like plugins on Ableton. Just make them weird like soundscape art.
Cool. You suddenly started sounding like you're underwater, Connor. I don't know if it's like that for everyone
Yeah,
else.
you're very tough to hear.
It was just very
I am
sudden.
underwater. My flat is flooded.
Really? Was that from the rain just
Yeah.
a second ago?
I guess. I still don't see any rain.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of thunder going on as well earlier, but yeah. What else is there? There is the budget. I don't think there's really enough of us here. Kyle's talking about or Kyle is making a publication for us, which includes pictures and screenshots and all that sort of thing, text of the script and stuff like that. Kyle's I'm sure everyone here, most people here know Kyle. Maybe not Rachel.
Most.
What's Kyle's Instagram? Lamont. Graphic designer. Yeah, he's a really good graphic designer, and he's gonna make us some kind of a book. There's him as a kid with his graphic design on it. That's quite a nice picture. So he's doing that. He's talking about £15 will probably be the cost of the books, and then we might try and like do like a pay what you can on top. So if you wanted to pay 20, that would contribute towards this budget a little bit. Currently we've got £93 in the account and 349 looking to spend on the stream. So it would be good to recoup some of the costs, although I know we're not going to recoup that many of the costs. Yeah, 2 minutes left. We all excited for the upcoming events?
One thing, I think finances we could talk at another time, not in the creative workshop, but one thing, maybe, because I'm in Glasgow in 2 weeks, right? We could do maybe a little gathering if you guys like the idea, and like not officially, nothing serious, but maybe talk a little bit about the projects and, just meet up in general for bonding time.
Yeah, that would be nice.
With like people from the collective and whoever wants to come, I like the idea. And the doublet.
Yeah, that would be
Like
lovely.
Yeah, I've got my rota for that week. I'll be working quite a bit, so in the week it would be better for me.
Yep.
Well,
But we can figure that out closer to the time.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. And also, Rachel, if you we can get you like all the access to the drive and the WhatsApp group if you're interested. Obviously, no pressure.
Yeah, no, I'd love to. Thanks for letting me kind of get Crash and join. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah, we'll I'm sure Vincent will message you and we'll get you added. Cool. Right. That's us then, I think. Thanks for coming. I hope it was kind of an experimental one, this workshop. I think bits were good, other bits not so much, but that's kind of how it goes. We'll probably, next season we'll do another one, and we'll have learned lessons from this one, and it'll be even better than this. Have a good rest of your Sunday, everyone, and have a acceptable Monday as well. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Good night.